Welcome to Drunk Bible Study. This show's mission is to read every single word of the greatest story ever told. A warning to our listeners, the hosts of this show are sinners, but they're doing their best. There will be drinking and there may be some swears. They did say they'd try to keep it clean, but I wouldn't put my money on it.
I'm Emily, and this is Drunk Bible Study, where my good friends Dedeker and Jace teach me, a born and raised atheist, about the Bible. Jace and Dedeker, how are you today?
Doing good.
I'm good. I'm definitely a lot happier with continuing to truck our way through Job since we created that drinking game.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, it's a good drinking game.
Yeah.
I'm glad that worked. I was worried about the two of you and your flagging morale, but...
Oh my gosh.
A good old-fashioned drinking game.
But I hope it catches on. It's like college students are like, you guys.
Yeah.
Let me introduce you to the best drinking game. Better than King's Cup. Better than beer pong. We're going to sit down and read the book of Job. No, stay with me. Stay with me, please.
It's going to be okay.
It's going to be great. We're going to get trashed.
Or even better, they just put on this podcast at their party.
Okay. Yeah, even better.
And hang out.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think we have way too big of dreams.
Well, we can shoot for the stars. So what are we drinking for this drinking game today?
Well, I'm still sticking with the good old Kirin, like we were talking about last time, the Kirin Green Label, because that's treating me pretty good. I did take...
It does create a relaxing mind.
It does.
A refreshing mind? Which is it?
It cheers your mind. The refreshing taste cheers your mind is what it says on the label. I did take a slup of some Jim Beam earlier to kind of,
I saw you take that shoddy waddy.
Yeah, well, I'm actually going with that Jim Beam train, and I'm having a little sort of a highball, I guess, but with this lemon soda water stuff. Nice. I think I've had one of these on this show before.
That, yeah.
So, I think you've made one of those for me before.
It's a classic Jace move.
It is. Yeah. What about you, Emily?
I have switched over to sake in my beautiful cup that you two provided me.
Nice.
Aw.
I had a little bit left over from last week's shenanigans.
Okay, great.
I drank half a bottle and then had half left, and I was like, you know what? We're going to drink this sake right now.
So I'm going to be honest. I'm worried of us coming across as total drunkards.
Well, I definitely am drunker now than I was at the beginning of the last episode.
Maybe we should have thought about in naming something Drunk Bible Study. I just want to put out for the record that this is pretty much the most I ever drink during the week is for recording this podcast. If I'm out at a bar, I have one beer and I'm like, I'm sick of this. I want to go home.
Jeez, that is kind of true.
But getting to be here, in PJs, just hanging out with, my two best buds, then it's a little bit easier.
Bah.
Honestly, I think Jace and I are more of the drinkers than Dedeker.
That's true.
I'm very much a lightweight.
Yeah, Emily and I are the drinkers of the group, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not that I'm not a lightweight, but I definitely, I enjoy drinking. It's fun.
Here in Japan, in Japanese, literally you say, I am strong against alcohol or I am weak against alcohol to talk about whether you're a lightweight or if you can hold your liquor, and I'm definitely weak against alcohol.
Yeah, it's like your saving throw versus alcohol.
Yeah.
To be super nerdy about it.
I'm midway against alcohol.
You're middle of the road. You're like a middleweight champion against alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jace, I don't know what you are. What are you?
You're like an endurance runner.
Okay, wait. Tell me more about that. What does that mean?
Okay, because this is the thing is when I drink, it's usually a beer, a glass of wine, maybe a cocktail, and if I'm out, it's probably just one.
Okay.
Maybe two if I'm really feeling going nuts.
Okay.
Jace, you're more of you just want to come home and have a whiskey or two, but it's every single night.
I see. Okay.
But I've very rarely actually seen you drunk or even really seen you buzzed. So you're more of the endurance drinker.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Yeah. I like to think I'm sort of like Wesley in Princess Bride, slowly builds up a tolerance to poison so that then someday I'll need to.
So someday when you get roped into an actual like drinking contest, you can win? Question mark?
I guess just not die, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
No, it's funny. I think relative to people I know in my life who are like drinkers, or maybe people younger than me, I feel like I'm a total lightweight. You know, like I can go out and have like a couple beers and I'm like, I'm good. But then I guess maybe compared to you, Dedeker, I think probably because I spend so much time with you that I feel like, man, I'm very strong against drink. So I think it's all relative.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so what we're reading today. We are continuing with Job. This time we're doing Job chapters 17, 18, 19, 20. So we got four chapters today.
We're trucking along.
Okay.
And what's very exciting about today, for the first time, we're going to get 3 different characters all speaking within the same episode.
Wow.
So this is going to be Job, and then Bildad, and then Job, and then Zophar.
Okay, great.
So,
Sweet.
yeah, it's the whole cast of characters.
Okay.
Well,
awesome.
almost the whole cast of characters.
Alrighty.
Okay, yeah. So, Emily, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, again, it was just Job going on. And then Eliphaz.
I think you combined all 3 friends' names into one.
Well, that's the thing. They're like, they don't really have like qualities that are very specific to each of them.
That just
They
kind
do
of
blend
just
together
are
a
just the
little
Greek
bit,
chorus.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I
So-
suppose that's true.
Well, what were the dunks we got last time? It was,
Yeah, what were they?
oh, you're a miserable comforter.
Miserable comforters.
Miserable comforter,
Yeah,
definitely.
That's the best one. That's the best one that I think we got.
Also, I really like, do you have a monopoly on wisdom?
Oh, right.
That was
That's a
also
good one,
great.
too.
Yeah.
Also great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm starting this out, are we?
Yeah, you're going to
Am I?
start us out.
I believe so.
Playing the part
So-
of Job today
Okay.
is Dedeker Winston.
I can do that.
Ooh.
Okay, Job 17. Here we go. My spirit is broken. My days are cut short. The grave awaits me.
I swear the first thing that he said in the last time that we did an episode was the exact same thing. My spirit's broken.
Yeah, okay.
We know,
Surely mockers surround me. My eyes must dwell on their hostility. Give me, O God, the pledge you demand. Who else will put up security for me?
Like bail,
Like a security deposit? Like bail, maybe. Yeah.
I guess.
Okay. You have closed their minds to understanding, therefore you will not let them triumph. If anyone denounces their friends for reward, the eyes of their children will fail. Huh?
Okay, wait. So is he accusing his friends of denouncing him to look good to God?
Oh, interesting. That is another new angle.
Well, because you mentioned that, I think a few episodes ago, you said like that they're aware that God might be paying extra attention to Job, and so they're going to be like, no, like God's good. Like
We don't
God
really
is
know this guy.
just
Well, no, that they're trying to be like, no, God's great.
right, but then they'd be like, no, but you must be bad. Like, who are you to talk smack to God? Right? Like, so maybe he's now accusing them of what you mentioned before.
Oh, I
Whoa.
see. So now he's kind of more aiming his focus on his friends.
Like I think now he's kind of talking to God, but really talking to his friends. He's like, God, how do you
Okay, hang
let
on.
these jerks?
This is yet again another phenomenon in the Christian church, at least when I was growing up, which is like the prayer circle that's also the gossip circle.
What?
Okay, so Emily...
this is you got this idea from that book, Stuff Christians Like.
Exactly, because it's true, because I related to it. It's so true that there's this thing that would happen, especially in youth group, where it's like you'd come together in a group of like 5 to 10 people, and it's like we're gonna have a prayer circle. So like we're gonna go around, like we're gonna pray, but we're gonna go around, and everyone's gonna take turns, kind of saying what it is that they want to, lift up
to pray about.
Oh, I see.
And so you go around, and it's various things where it's like, oh, I got a test coming up, or I'm kind of stressed about things at home. But often it would become a gossip circle. It'd be like, I just really want to pray for my friend Kaylee.
Regina King.
She's cheating on her boyfriend, and I'm
God.
just like really worried about her, and I really want God to, kind of intercede, like show her the error of her ways, because she's just like really going to hurt people, and then it would go. So it was like, because everyone's speaking their prayer out loud.
Sick burn.
It's also the gossip circle.
I guess maybe that's kind of what's happening with Job
bit.
and his friends
Yeah.
here. Gosh, that never happened to me.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
it happened to me all the time.
I think, like, how old were you when this was happening? Because maybe I just wasn't in youth group around the age.
Probably like 13, 14, maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe. I feel like I mostly did like summer youth group stuff during that time, but I feel like that was sort of a different thing. It wasn't quite the same, like, these are the kids I go to school with.
I see. Okay, can I continue?
Yes, please do.
All right, so as I said, if anyone denounces their friends for reward, the eyes of their children will fail. God has made me a byword to everyone, a man whose face people spit.
Wait,
Jeez.
a byword?
A byword.
Like
B-Y-W-O-R-D. A byword.
byword. What is that?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
You want to Google that
I'll look
real
it up.
quick?
Yeah.
Okay. He
Okay.
makes me a popular proverb. I'm like spit in people's faces. Wait, that's kind of different.
Okay, wait. So that's the Common English Bible. He makes me a popular proverb. I'm like spit in people's faces. The Bible in Basic English says he made me a word of shame to the people. What else do we got here? English Standard Version byword.
And now people use this proverb against me. It's all very different nuances. They come and spit in my face.
This one, God's Word translation says he's made me a laughingstock for many people. I'm just like, I've never come across byword ever, right? Like, I don't know what that means.
I am the one whom before people spit. It's interesting that like just a little bit of changes really changes the nuance a lot.
Oh, this one,
Yeah.
God has made my name a curse word.
Oh.
People spit in
Whoa.
my face. Yeah, or the New International Reader's Version, which Cooper referred to as like the children's version of the Bible. God has made everyone laugh at me. So yeah, that one's like the super plain English kind of one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow, okay.
My eyes have grown dim with grief. My whole frame is but a shadow. The upright are appalled at this. The innocent are aroused against the ungodly. Nevertheless, the righteous will hold to their gosh, okay. That Kirin Ichiban. Okay. Nevertheless, the righteous will hold to their ways, and those with clean hands will grow stronger.
Okay, wait, the righteous will stick to their ways?
Will hold to their ways.
Hold to their ways.
Yes.
And those with clean hands will grow stronger.
Interesting. Okay, all right. I'm having trouble following exactly what argument he's making, but maybe he's going to get to
going.
it.
Okay.
Also, I did look up the definition of byword.
What's that?
It means a person or a thing cited as a notable and outstanding example or embodiment of something.
So, like, you've made me an example.
Yeah, like kind of like
an example of me, or you made a fool of me.
Like you've made a proverb of me. I think actually kind of fits that. I've just never heard byword before.
What
but
would be a proverb about Job that we would say to each other?
Well, I mean, literally, God has made him into a proverb of sorts in the Bible.
No. Hang on. No, I'm sorry. A proverb is like a sentence max. This is an entire book. I'm saying, can we condense down?
Well, I think we have to read the whole thing before we can do that.
Okay, fine.
And then we'll make our own proverb.
Okay, verse 10. But come on, all of you, try again. I will not find a wise man among you. My days have passed, my plans are shattered. Yet the desires of my heart turn night into day. In the face of the darkness, light is near. Okay, so a little more positive now.
Okay.
If the only home I hope for is the grave, if I spread out my bed in the realm of darkness, if I say to corruption, you are my father, and to the worm, my mother or my sister, where then is my hope? Who can see any hope for me? I mean, I agree with that. If you're calling worms your mom and your sister, not very hopeful.
Wait, what? Okay, but come on, all of you, try again. I will not find a wise man among you. My days have passed, my plans are shattered, yet the desires of my heart turn night into day. In the face of darkness, light is near. So it seems like he's almost being hopeful. And then he's like, but if the only home I hope for is the grave, if I spread out my bed in the realm of darkness, I say to corruption, yada, yada.
Is he saying like, can only get better from here? Like I've hit rock bottom?
Well, no, but then he's like, well, then is my hope. Oh, sorry, you haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, wait, okay. All right, sorry. Keep reading. We're almost to the end of the
There's
chapter.
one last verse, which is just,
Okay.
will it go down to the gates of death? Will we descend together into the dust?
So-
Where then is my hope? Who can see any hope for me?
Gosh, okay, wait. In the face of darkness, light is near. I can't tell if he's starting to come around to being like, I have to be hopeful because you guys are miserable comforters. Or
No, I see this as like, it can only go up from here, I guess. Or the idea of like, I've reached the pits of despair. And so...
Yeah, that's where I'm saying
Yeah.
that it is.
Yeah.
I don't understand why his friends aren't just like, you know what, bro, we're done with you. We're gonna
I
leave.
think they've traveled
You
quite
can
a
sit
distance.
here.
I think they've traveled a distance to come see Job. That
Yeah.
was my impression. Well, who's reading the next verse? When Bildad starts to speak.
Apparently, I am.
yeah.
All right.
Do it.
Baal Dad.
Bildad.
Baal Dad. Okay. Then Bildad the Shuhite. Is that right?
Shuhite?
Shuhite,
Shuhite.
probably.
Okay. Replied, when will you end these speeches? See, that's what I just said. Be sensible, and then we can talk. Why are we regarded as cattle and considered stupid in your sight?
Bildad has started to take it personally. Like now
Yeah,
he's getting
Bildad
kind of
is
defensive.
Yeah.
Over it.
He's over it.
Soup's over it. Okay. You who tear yourself to pieces in your anger, is the earth to be abandoned for your sake? Or must the rocks be moved from their place? The lamp of a wicked man is snuffed out. The flame of his fire stops burning.
I've definitely heard that one in a church before. Or
Really?
like quoted that the lamp of a wicked man is snuffed out. I've definitely heard that used somewhere. Like that quote to kind of be like essentially taken out of context, because I never heard it in this context where it's part of this very long ongoing debate, but that just sort of as this quote to be like about, you know, wicked people will be punished by God, basically. Like the lamp of a wicked man is snuffed out.
I see.
Wow.
That's quite a
Yeah.
punishment. If you
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I
ask
mean,
me.
well, it's sort of the wages of sin is death. We haven't gotten there, but you know,
I mean,
that
that's
type of
a much more intense punishment, but you know, having your lamp snuffed out, annoying.
Yeah.
I think he means
Not-
it metaphorically,
Ugh, fine.
right? The,
All right.
the flame.
Yeah, keep reading.
Okay.
The light in his tent becomes dark. The lamp beside him goes out. Okay, so he said that like in two different ways, essentially the
A
same
little bit
thing.
of a brownout,
Yeah.
I can call a blackout.
a blackout.
He's not saying it
the
gets
difference.
dim; it goes out completely.
The vigor of his step is weakened. His own schemes throw him down. His feet thrust him into a net. He wanders into into its mesh.
No one can resist a tiny net.
Yeah, I'm like, are we walking into this net
Oh,
of
geez.
mesh?
Okay, yeah. I guess he's saying that like his, you know, he,
Like his schemes are going to get him into trouble
Yeah.
on their own.
yeah, because his own schemes throw him down. His feet thrust him into a net. Like he's so careless that he just runs into traps. I guess.
He's like,
So annoying.
okay, nah. All right. A trap seizes him by the heel. A snare holds him fast. I can just see him like being, you know, pulled up by his heel.
I
Totally.
got caught in my own bear trap.
A noose is hidden for him on the ground. A trap lies in his path. Terrors startle him on every side and dog his every step. Whoa.
So he's kind of saying this to Job, like you're so angry that all these things are going to happen
You're
to you
tearing yourself.
because you're being wicked.
Well, okay, so he says like, is the earth to be abandoned for your sake, or must the rocks be moved from their place? I think he's making the argument like,
What?
I was so confident until right before I said it. Well, no, I think he's making the argument of like, do you think that for some reason you're the exception to the rule here, assuming that the rule is that the wicked people get punished, and like if you're being punished, that means you've been wicked in some way. So I think he's saying like, why do you think that you're the exception here? Like, just get over yourself
'Cause
and
your
accept the
tote's
fact
not.
that you must have done something wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we're back to that.
We're back to that.
Yeah. Okay.
Am I at 12?
12, yeah.
Okay. Calamity is hungry for him. Disaster is ready for him when he falls. It eats away parts of his skin.
Ugh.
Ew.
I mean, that's not about
Death's-
Job, but
I think
It's a
that counts as
gross
a
body
drink.
thing. It counts.
Drink.
Yeah.
Death's firstborn devours his
whoa,
limbs.
okay, wait. What is Death's firstborn? Who is that?
I don't know. Death's firstborn. So, like, is it like the guy who comes with the scythe?
Well, but that's Death. But this is like Death's firstborn. Death's kid.
Yeah, little
Death Jr.
Yeah, Grim Reaper Jr.
Yeah. Well, wait. So the Grim
Comes by
Reaper
with a
is
push
Death.
mower.
Death isn't like the devil. No, the devil does other stuff. Okay, I don't know that.
Right, so Calamity Ganon is hungry for him.
Oh my gosh.
Disaster
Yes.
is ready for him when he falls.
Mm-hmm.
It eats away part of his skin. Death's firstborn devours his limbs. I mean, I think he's just trying to be spooky.
Okay, fine. He's being spooky.
He's
Let's keep
definitely
going.
doing that. Okay.
Hey y'all, we're going to take a quick break. I want to tell you about our Patreon. So if you go to patreon.com/drunk Bible study, not only can you become part of our super cool community, you can also help ensure that this show is going to keep going. And because, reading every single word of the Bible, it's a little bit difficult to sustain, honestly. There's some production costs involved. It's not quite as easy as just sitting around and cracking open the Bible, even though it may appear that way. So even for just $1 a month, it helps us to keep the show going, and you also get access to our community. If you go to $6 a month, you can become a parishioner of ours, and that gets you access to our weekly bonus episodes. Our bonus episodes are super fun. They're attached to every single regular weekly episode that comes out. Sometimes it's a more in-depth analysis or research that we've done. Sometimes it's interviews with experts answering all of our silly questions. Sometimes it's us watching biblical movies or biblical musicals together and giving our own colorful commentary on them. Super fun. For $6 a month, the parishioner level. Or for $12 a month on our Patreon, you can become a disciple. And so in addition to supporting the show, getting all the bonus content, you also get ad-free episodes. You don't have to listen to this ad break anymore, and you get the episodes 2 days early. So again, if you want to join our community, get access to all that cool stuff, go to patreon.com/drunk Bible study.
We are also working to reach a goal of getting 300 patrons. And when we reach this goal, this is going to allow us to actually budget out the time and the money involved in recording 2 Bible studies a week instead of just 1. And that means that you don't have to wait as long between drunk Bible studies. If you're anything like me, I know at the end of each one, even if it was a hard one to get through, I'm like, but I want the next one. I want to know what happens next. I want to, get more of this Bible knowledge. So if you can help us get to 300 patrons, whether that's you yourself becoming a patron or whether that's telling your friends, getting them on board. Once we hit 300, we can start releasing 2 Bible studies a week, which would be super exciting. And then you all have to wait less time for getting another episode. So it's win-win-win for everyone involved.
And finally, if you love this show, it would really, really help us out, in addition to all the ways above, that it would help us out if you could write a review for this show. So go to iTunes and write us a little review. Talk to us about all of the things that you love about the show, if you find it funny, if you find it informative, if, like my mom, you have never read the Bible before and you're learning like so many amazing new things, and it's like new information even as like a 60-something-year-old. We would love to hear about all of that, because definitely like me as a 30-something-year-old had no idea about all of this, and I am getting a crash course in the Bible.
Make sure when you leave us a review, you let us know your ASL, your age, sex, location.
Oh my gosh.
Make it feel like it's IRC in the mid 90s.
Oh gosh.
Wow. Okay, we don't need to know all those things. Sorry, Mom. #sorry, Mom. No, just it's fun getting to talk to her about all of the things that we're learning every single week about the Bible. So, yeah, if you're getting something out of the show, we would love a review from you. Thank you so much. It eats away parts of his skin. Oh, I just said that.
Yeah, you did. You just liked it so much. You want to say it again.
Okay, he is torn from the security of his tent and marched off to the King of Terrors.
Oh, the King
Who's
of
that
Terrors.
guy? Who's
Yeah,
the King of Terrors?
seriously.
Gosh, yeah.
Who
Bildad.
dat?
Okay, Bildad is definitely like the best campfire ghost storyteller. He's gonna get
Bildad,
the
like,
award
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves these people.
He
that we
loves
get
this.
To
He
talk
can definitely
about.
paint a word picture that's very scary.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
for sure, for sure. Oh, fire resides in his tent. Burning sulfur is scattered over his dwelling.
Well, that's interesting because that did happen.
That sucks.
Remember
Fire came down.
fire came down from the sky and like burned up a bunch of Job's servants
his,
and
like,
his
cows and
animals and
stuff.
stuff.
No.
Remember, because like the first one was raided by some other peoples, and then the second one had fire rain down, and then the third one was raided by more peoples, and then the wind came and blew down his house on all his kids.
Oh yeah, like
Three Little Pigs.
Little Red Riding Hood.
No, that's Three Little
that was
Pigs.
a different fairy tale.
But
okay.
I mean, that's okay. I will say though, Bildad, dude,
Yeah.
be cool. That did just
Serial.
happen to Job's
Oh, maybe it's
shit,
too soon.
Serial.
right?
Too
Not
soon.
cool.
Serial.
Not cool.
He's bringing that up. He's
Yeah.
bringing it up all over the place. Okay.
Yeah, but okay. To be fair though, like the best horror stories are stuff that pokes at like the most painful part.
But those are like universal pains, not like literally, dude, this just happened to you a week ago.
Bildad, nah. Bildad, be chill, be chill. Okay. His roots dry up below and his branches wither above. The memory of him perishes from the earth. He has no name in the land.
This is kind of
He's-
like that thing about the what was it, the plant dying and the ground being like, I never saw him.
Right?
Did you remember that from like a few episodes ago?
Right. Okay, no name in the land. The land's like,
Yeah.
no, I don't know who that guy is.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, totally. It's the same kind of thing. He's like, didn't know that guy. He wasn't a real guy. He
Wait,
is
does that count as reusing a metaphor? Do we drink for
Sure,
that?
why not?
okay, fine.
All right.
He is driven from light into the realm of darkness and is banished from the world. He has no offspring or descendants among his people, no survivor where he once lived. People of the West are appalled at his fate. Those of the East are seized with horror.
Oh, geez. Okay, so Westerners are
Whoa.
appalled and Easterners are horrified.
Yes. I think basically everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. I don't know about the North and South humans,
Yeah,
but
we don't
whatevs.
know.
Yeah.
Surely such is the dwelling of an evil man. Such is the place of one who does not know God. So again, like, he's talking about Job clearly for a while, but then
Right.
he goes off on this like rando about
This
a person
wicked
who's horrified and seizes others with horror and doesn't know God.
I think it's the same thing as like the more that
Is he
there's
talking about Job?
the more that there's a back and forth with the friends, the more they keep coming around to like, Job, you're wicked. Like you should just admit to it that you're wicked and you deserve all this.
Yeah.
But Job kind of did do that, though. Why? I mean, they're speaking the same language at times.
Wait, Job has done
They
what?
are, like, said that like he's kind of a wicked boy.
Well, no, I think Job is more like, I think I've been good, but there's all this stuff that I'm probably not even aware of, but God is aware of.
Right, but then other times he was like,
Yeah.
I've never done anything. Like, God, at least like come down and tell me what I did. Right? Like we said, the whole like text after the breakup to be like, just like tell me what I did, what happened. But then this is harsh though. I would say though, of all the friends, like they've been annoyed, but like this is the
Yeah,
most
Bildad's
like
definitely laid it on thick here.
venomous,
Yeah.
right?
All right, Job 19. So I'm playing the part of Job yet again.
Yes.
Okay.
Reprising
so
her role as Job.
what's Job going to say to Bildad's venom?
Oh man, what is
Okay.
he gonna say?
Then Job replied, "How long will you torment me and crush me with words? 10 times now you have reproached me. Shamelessly you attack me." It's definitely not been 10 times, Job, but
It is not. It has been like 2.
like 2 times. Well, I mean, if it's all
Bildad too, but I think he's counting all the friends together.
that's still like 6 at
10
most.
times.
6 at most. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If it is true that I have gone astray, my error remains my concern alone. If indeed you would exalt yourselves above me and use my humiliation against me, then know that God has wronged me and drawn his net around me. Though I cry, violence, violence,
Violence!
I get no response. Though I call for help, there is no justice. He has blocked my way so I cannot pass. He has shrouded my paths in darkness. He has stripped me of my honor and removed the crown from my head. Whoa, did Job have a crown?
Metaphorically, come on.
Was he like a tiny king?
Tiny king.
A king of a tiny kingdom?
He's an itty bitty king.
Of like sons and daughters and day laborers and cows?
Well, I mean, he wasn't doing bad, right?
No.
He had a bunch of servants and like tons of animals.
Do you think he wore a crown?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He tears me down on every side till I am gone. He uproots my hope like a tree.
Well, okay, so
This guy loves trees.
I guess we got to drink to the tree
trees,
metaphor again.
Good.
Tree.
So I feel like he's like Job's last couple times here has been more about like, you guys are shitty friends, right? Like that's kind of been more his thing of like, I just want some freaking comfort here. Like this is my deal, right? If I've sinned against God, like that's my problem. I just kind of want support from you guys.
Oh yeah, don't try to.
Yeah, like what?
Like I don't need you to judge me. God's already doing it, right?
I see. Okay. His anger burns against me. He counts me among his enemies. His troops advance in force. They build a siege ramp against me and encamp around my tent. He has alienated my family from me. My acquaintances are completely estranged from me.
Slash dead.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
My relatives have gone away. My closest friends have forgotten me. My guests and my female servants count me a foreigner. They look on me as a stranger. That's
Wait,
really specific.
what?
What about your male servants?
Alas.
Just wait. Is he saying like my guests and the female servants who used to do me
Oh, geez.
now don't because I'm gross?
Oh, yeah, maybe it was like concubines.
That's absolutely.
Maybe.
Can you look at the other
What he's
translations to see if it was actually like
This
concubines?
is verse 15.
Yeah, verse 15.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the translation, my maids count me as a stranger. I'm strange to my women servants. Okay, female servants. Those living in my house, my slave
My
girls
women
too.
servants.
Okay, that's
Slave girls. Wait, what translation is that one from?
that's the complete Jewish Bible translation. My slave girls.
English Standard Version is my maid servants. Maid servants.
The servant girls treat me like a bum off the street and look at me like they've never seen me before.
It's from the Message. Of course it's from the Message.
From the Message, yeah.
Emily,
What is that?
Yeah. Are you going to explain the Message?
yeah,
Emily?
so the Message...
I had a copy of the Message
I
Bible.
did too.
Oh.
I had a really nice like leather-bound copy of the
Jeez.
Message Bible.
Fancy.
It had my name on it. Bleh.
No, that one didn't have my name on it. But no, the Message Bible was this, I guess it was a translation that kind of, I think, came out and got popular maybe in like the 2000s.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
early 2000s, I'd say.
But it was like this sort of very contemporary language translation.
Yeah.
Sort of like what it sounds like the New International Reader's Version is.
Like
of
very,
like
very
this.
casual English, like very
Yeah.
understandable English.
Yeah, so that's the servant girls treat me like a bum off the street.
Yeah. I remember, oh gosh, my best friend growing up, because he went to church with me too, like we both got copies of the Message Bible and we just entertained ourselves for hours finding like the weird modernizations of stuff in the Message. That was just really funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Shall I continue?
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay, so we've confirmed it's all like maidservants, female slaves,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So I think it is sort of like
servant women.
the women who used to, have sex with me because I owned them. Now they
they're-
treat me like a foreigner, which of course you wouldn't have sex with a foreigner because
Right.
people
'Cause
were very,
gross.
very racist in this time. Or
Always.
tribist?
Really?
What? I don't know.
Tribalist. Maybe tribalist.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I summon my servant, but he does not answer, though I beg him with my own mouth, with my human mouth. Okay, hang on. Speaking of mouths, my breath is offensive to my wife.
Well, he's not brushing his teeth, bro.
I am loathsome to my own family. I had
What
no
family?
I had no
Family,
idea.
his wife family.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
had no idea that like halitosis was mentioned in the Bible.
Well,
I love it. I love it. Okay.
Well, his breath is offensive. I don't know what to say.
The little boys scorn me when I appear. They ridicule
What
me.
little boys?
Of the town, I guess. Of the,
The
camp.
town boys.
The town little boys scorn me.
yeah, jeez.
All my intimate friends detest me. Those I love have turned against me.
He's like, I'm looking at you, guys.
I am nothing but skin and bones. I have escaped only by the skin of my teeth. Have pity on me, my friends. Have pity, for the hand of God has struck me. Why do you pursue me as God does? Will you never get enough of my flesh? So I guess it's that same thing as you were saying,
flesh.
Jace, that he's like, God's already done enough to me. Why are you trying to come after me and tell me that it's my fault? This is not helping me feel better.
I see.
Yeah, but gosh, like how much is he gonna say this?
Emily's so in the camp of just like out of patience. I don't know.
No, I mean it's
have
fine.
sympathy for
It's
Job.
just like it's just amazing. I bet it. I can understand why his friends are like, bro,
Like, ugh.
you gotta like, we're done now. We're done.
Verse
Like
23.
my mother said.
Oh, that my words were recorded. They were written on a scroll, that they were inscribed with an iron tool on lead or engraved in rock forever. Well, I
Job.
mean,
Or the
good news
Gideon
for you,
Bible.
Job.
They were recorded.
They
Gideon
were.
Bible.
So, I know that my Redeemer lives and that in the end he will stand on the earth.
Whoa.
And I think that's a
He is
call forward
prophesying.
that he is prophesying.
Jesus.
Is he talking about
Christ.
Jeebus?
He's talking about
I think
Jeebus.
so, yeah.
Yeah. And after my skin has been destroyed, yet in my flesh I will see God. I myself will see him with my own eyes, I and not another. How my heart yearns within me. If you say, how we will hound him, since the root of the trouble lies in him, you should fear the sword yourselves, for wrath will bring punishment by the sword, and then you will know that there is judgment. Whew.
Wow.
Job.
Gee,
Raising the
okay.
stakes.
Seriously, though, but definitely sounds like he's prophesizing.
Oh, yeah.
Prophesying? How do you say that word?
Prophesizing.
Prophesizing. Professing?
Professing? Maybe?
Professor?
Professing his love to
Professing
God.
his love.
Prophesizing.
Jeez, okay, wow, that's amazing.
Prophesying,
so he's really, okay.
He's
no,
ahead of the game.
this is- yeah.
He knows. He
No,
knows.
Job, you just won some points.
Yeah.
With me.
All right. Is this our last chapter?
Yeah, and this is the last
Yes.
one. Okay, here we go. Chapter 20. Then Zophar the Naamatite replied, my troubled thoughts prompt me to answer because I am greatly disturbed. I hear a rebuke that dishonors me, and my understanding inspires me to reply.
Okay, hang on. Sorry. I just got to put a pause because this sounds like someone on the internet who's like about to clap back.
Wow, I am sorry.
Exactly. And they're just being like, I'm really perplexed by this response. And like, I perceive that like there's something negative against me. And like, the way that I'm understanding it, I'm going to reply to that. Like, it sounds like someone who's about to like really hop into debate with you and they're trying to be polite seeming at the beginning.
Yeah. One of those pretentious jerks on the internet.
Yes.
Who wants to think they're being very civil.
They're being having a very civil
That's who
debate.
Zophar is.
That's so far. Okay. Surely you know. I'm going to read it like that now. Surely you know how it has been from of old, ever since mankind was placed on the earth, that the mirth of the wicked is brief, the joy of the godless lasts but a moment. Though the pride of the godless person reaches to the heavens and his head touches the clouds, he will perish forever like his own dung.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Okay, that's a dunk.
They're
That is
talking
a
about
dunk.
the poopy. The poopy perishes forever.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can we please pause to see what the Message Bible says? If the Message Bible says poop, I'm gonna die.
The Message Bible says, but still end up in a pile of dung. So he doesn't say...
Acquaintances look at them with disgust and say, what's that?
That's pretty good.
What's that?
That's pretty good.
And then Jeff Goldblum is like, that's one big pilot. Dumb.
Okay, the New International Reader's Version says, but they will disappear forever, like the waste from their own bodies. Anyone who has seen them will say, where did they go? Okay, all right.
Okay, so everyone picked the word dung.
They
instead of
really
the
went
word
with dung.
poop. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So he will perish forever like his own dung. Those who have seen him will say, where is he?
Where is he?
Like a dream. Like a dream, he flies away, no more to be found, banished like a vision of the night. The eye that saw him will not see him again. His place will look on him no more. His children must make amends to the poor. His own hands must give back his wealth.
Huh.
His children are dead, though, bro.
But they're talking about the proverbial
He's like,
wicked
yeah,
person.
metaphorically,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The youthful vigor that fills his bones will lie with him in the dust, though evil is sweet in his mouth, and he hides it under his tongue.
Ooh.
Though he cannot
Evil.
though he cannot bear to let it go, and lets it linger in his mouth, yet his food will turn sour in his stomach.
Ew.
It will become the venom of serpents within him.
Ew.
Ugh.
Although, isn't it supposed to be okay to drink like serpent venom? Yeah. No, you got. Wait, have you really not heard of this?
What?
It's like
Nah.
a delicacy in certain parts of the world.
Is that why people make liquor from like snakes?
Yeah, maybe.
Ew.
Well, but no. So it's like that deal is like if they bite you, then the venom gets into your
What?
blood and can kill you. But like eating it in your stomach can be delicious. I
Wouldn't
guess.
it still get into your bloodstream?
What?
But I think your stomach must process it or something. No, this is
Wait,
definitely.
it's delicious venom? Did you just say that?
Yeah, man, it's like a delicacy in certain places. I don't know what types of
What?
snakes, but like
Are
definitely
you sure
like
it doesn't just like get
poison.
you high?
maybe it does, but it doesn't kill you in the same way that it would if they bit you.
Goodness.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, look it up. Read a book.
Okay.
Read no
We're
snake
trying.
He will, yeah, we are trying. He will spit out the riches he swallowed. God will make his stomach vomit them up. He will suck the poison of serpents. The fangs of an adder will kill him. Okay, all right. He will not enjoy the streams, the rivers flowing with honey and cream.
You know, those rivers.
Oh, I see, like
Like
that
milk
he-
and honey.
That he won't go to the land of milk and honey.
He won't. Yeah.
I see.
Mm.
Okay. What he toiled
Yuck.
What he toiled for, he must give back uneaten. He will not enjoy the profit from his trading.
Emily, it's the land of agave and soy milk.
Yeah, there you go. Vegan heaven.
Vegan heaven.
Yum.
For he has oppressed the poor and left them destitute. He has seized houses he did not build.
Oof.
I mean,
What? Why would he do that?
I don't know if he's a government entity, I suppose.
right?
Yeah.
No, I feel like somehow we've gotten off track, and now Zophar is laying down some sick disses on the bank, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Banks oppress
Right?
the poor and leave them destitute and seize
And
houses
seize their
they do not
houses?
build.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Jeez. Okay.
Wow.
Surely he will have no respite from his craving. He cannot save himself by his treasure. Again, talking about bankers. Nothing is left for him to devour. His prosperity will not endure. In the midst of his plenty, distress will overtake him. The full force of misery will come upon him. When he has filled his belly, God will vent his burning anger against him and rain down his blows on him.
Thanks for the Foley on,
Yeah,
on
that's
that,
good.
Emily.
Good sound effects.
That's the blows.
Yes. I assumed as much.
Ooh, okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Though he flees from an iron weapon, a bronze-tipped arrow pierces him. So we're kind of back to like technology,
Yeah, we got
right?
bronze. Yeah.
Bronze is high tech,
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
much more badass than iron.
Yeah.
Yeah. He pulls it out of his back, the gleaming point out of his liver.
Ew.
Drink?
That's
Gross.
This is
Okay.
less about Job's body.
Pierced
and
him in
just,
his
like,
liver?
general gross body stuff.
Yeah. All right. Any gross stuff we drink. Okay. Terrors will come over him. Total darkness lies in wait for his treasures. A fire unfanned will consume him and devour what is left in his tent.
Wait, what is a fire unfanned?
I think,
It's a bigger fire.
right, I think it's like that the fire will grow all on its own.
Wait, I thought you fanned a fire to get it going.
No, I know. I think he's saying like,
Like it's so powerful, it doesn't even need to be fanned.
yeah. Or is it unfanned means it's like embers will like
Maybe
slowly
it's a
consume
baby
him?
fire.
A baby fire. I like a baby fire.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay. The heavens will expose his guilt. The earth will rise up against him. He's just going on and on and on. A flood will carry off his house, rushing waters on the day of God's wrath. Such is the fate God allots the wicked, the heritage appointed for them by God.
What?
Zophar sucks. So he starts this whole thing off as like a total internet
like trying to pretend like he's kind of virtue signaling here that he's, you know,
like my
reasonable.
troubled thoughts prompt me to answer because I'm greatly disturbed. I hear a rebuke that dishonors me, and then just goes into like, and then just goes into the same shit the other guys were saying, right?
So
which
really
is just
is,
like people who are wicked are gonna suffer. You're shitty. You're gonna suffer.
It really has become like an internet argument where it started out civil, or people at least pretending to be civil, and now it's really just people like digging at each other.
Like if Nazis existed by this point, they would have been calling each other that.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. All his friends would definitely have been like, "You must be a secret Nazi, or else this wouldn't be happening to you." And Job's like, "No, you're the Nazis."
Yeah.
No, you're the Nazis.
I know that supposedly this book's about something else, but I feel like,
what is that something else?
Yeah, I was going to say, what's something else?
Well, like we talked about, right? It's supposed to be about kind of this debate about how a good God can let bad things happen.
Yeah.
Well, so that's the question, right? Like and that's what they're debating. But I feel like they've gotten so off track that it's really more a lesson about this is how bad your conversations with your friends can go. If none of you are willing to actually listen to what each other is saying and just try to say you're right, then you just
like finger
escalate.
Pointing and
right. That like if his friends were paying attention, I'm going into like relationship coach mode, right? But if his friends were paying attention, they would hear like, okay, Job's lashing out, but what the real message behind what he's saying is, I'm hurting and I want my friends to support me and not tell me why I deserve this.
Right, just like be sad with him.
Right.
Yeah.
And instead they're just like doubling down on their defensiveness and just going more and more about like all the bad things that happen to bad people, even though that's not what's happening here. And at the start, none of them were like, Job, you're a bad guy. It's like they've just gotten here because they're doubling down on their arguments.
Right.
Totes.
So the book of Job is secretly about online arguments.
Gosh. Okay. So then what happens next? Like
so much, probably more yelling at each other.
Well, okay. I want to know
what's the next stage of internet argument after this point? Blocking?
Denial.
Blocking.
Anger. Sadness.
Blocking and subtweeting?
Wait, what's subtweeting?
Y'all don't know what subtweeting is? Do you know what subtweeting is? Subtweeting, it's kind of like vague booking, where it's, like where you being like, I'm just really tired of people who are like so fake. Like if you need to be fake on social media, then like, what does that say about you? When it's like, it's about something specific you've run up against in your life with someone in your life, but you're just going to put it out there as like a general tweet or a general Facebook post.
I see. And then one of Job's other friends is going to be like, hey, did you see what Zophar tweeted? Like, I think he's referencing you. And
Zophar is like, so like, I see this. I'm like kind of disturbed because I feel like maybe it's, my understanding is that maybe I should reply to this. And then it just evolves from there.
Totally. And then Job, posts on his Facebook about like, I'm so tired of fake friends who, say they'll be there for you, but then really just want to prove that they're right.
Exactly.
And then,
I've been going through a really difficult time for the last 2 years, and
and then
my friends just aren't there for me. They're just not.
And then Eliphaz is like, Zophar, did you see what he wrote on his page?
He was talking about you, Zophs.
Yeah, and then they'll write like a passive aggressive comment on it.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Can I make a confession? There's someone that I follow on Instagram that I only met once in a professional capacity, but I follow this person because all of their Instagram posts are total like vague booky subtweets. Every single one is like about fake friends or about like people who are like nice to my face but like talk to me about behind my back. So like if you're one of those people who talk behind my back, then like smile because I know that you're doing that. Like every single post that this person posts is about that, and it's to this point where like it's pure entertainment value for me.
So you're just friends with them because of that?
Literally. Like I literally only met this person once.
For some reason, it made me think of that quote from The Rock: "The champagne for my real friends and real pain for my sham friends."
What? I feel like this person would totally put that as a quote on their Instagram.
My brother and his fiance made a batch of cider that they called "Champagne for my real friends," as an homage to that quote from The Rock.
Wait, Barack Obama?
No, from The Rock.
No.
The Rock. Jeez.
Can you imagine if Barack Obama said that?
Oh, that would be intense.
Cookie tweets that out on his last day in office.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh,
Gosh.
dear.
Well, this has gone well off the rails. I just want to hear before we end, what do you two think? Are his friends going to get the message eventually and things are going to kind of become more civil? Or is this just going to end and everyone being like, I'm never speaking to you again, bye?
They're just not going to talk about it. And then Job's going to die.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, that's Emily's prediction.
Okay, my prediction, and I'm like, I know I have a vague
But you know what happens.
Okay, but I don't know exactly. I only have a vague recollection of like how the story ends. I don't know what happens between now and the ending. So
yeah, I don't either. So
my prediction is that like in very much like mythology style, I think Job's friends are going to keep laying into him and they're going to be punished. Like, I think that like Job's going to be able to kind of call down God's wrath on them. And I promise I don't like, I know how the book of Job ends, but I don't remember how we get from A to Z essentially. So that's my prediction is I think that there's some way that that they get punished for being jerks to him.
Okay.
What do you think?
No, that's...
Yeah.
I keep hoping his friends come around, but I think really they're just going to keep arguing and then it'll probably just stop. And then we'll get like the end of the story.
I have to get the realistic prediction in there, of course.
I'm sorry. I know. It's a bummer. I keep hoping they'll come around.
No, that's fine. He's gonna go.
Yeah.
Not Job. I mean, he'll die eventually, but his friends are not gonna let him off the hook or something. I don't know.
Well, we'll see next time. We'll find out what happens as we continue our Job drinking game. Thank you for joining us for Bible study today. If you enjoy the show, take a moment to subscribe and then write us a nice review on iTunes or Stitcher, letting other people know what you like about it. We love hearing from you. Find us on Twitter at DrunkBibleCast, on Instagram at DrunkBibleStudy, or send us an email to info@drunkbiblestudy.com. Drunk Bible Study is created and produced by Emily Matlack, Dedeker Winston, and me, Jace Lindgren. Our theme song is Book Club by Josh and Anand from their album Home of the. The theme song for the Book of Job is Agnus Dei X by Kevin MacLeod. For more information, visit us at drunkbiblestudy.com.
I made a memory about your dad. He's in a book club. Whoa. He's got a history of skimming past all the pages of ageless confessional shit.